Hey, hey. Let's do this. There we go. A little bit. Something like that. Good morning. Good morning. Once again, proud of myself for just showing up. And welcome. Welcome to day 3. I don't know. Hey, good morning, Jim and Renee and Kelly and Lorraine and Brian and Laura Gibbon Voorhees. Nice to see you. Fiery Angel and Cat Roby. You get your Beth blinders on? Yay. Friendly names. I say faces, but we get these tiny little things. Yeah. Marilyn, nice to see you. Lucy Lou. Good to see you all. Yay. Thanks for showing up. As I was saying to myself, excuse me, I am proud of myself for even showing up. And I'm proud of you for showing up because it is Saturday of the Extendo Thanksgiving weekend. There we go. Kat Roby is shopping in her closet. Now, I was thinking about that. Actually, this is going to be easier for me to see if I pop it up like this. I was thinking about how yesterday we were doing like the whole No Buy Friday. And today is Small Business Friday, Saturday, if you want to shop outside of your house. But I say this is like shop in your house, shop inside Saturday. How's that? Because you probably have so much stuff. There we go. Hey, lots of friendly faces here. Thank you for putting a smile on my face. Carla Jane, good morning to you too. That one persona, good morning. Lots to do today. Shopping, packing, last Thanksgiving meal of the year. Go for it. That one persona. I'm here if you want help. I will offer this to everybody. I was doing this myself moments before I realized I needed to hop on right here. Get yourself a notebook, get yourself a workbook, and just write down the things as they come to you. Declutter your head. Get the clutter out of your head and onto paper. Hey, this is really cool. Talk about progress. Laura Gibbon Voorhees says, yesterday my family of 4 tackled bins of t-shirts, and we now have quilts to be ready for mailing. So cool. So cool. Do you know how many people never get to that point? They're like, oh, I should do it someday. Oh, I've got all these t-shirts. Reason, excuse. Boop. Look what you did. You and your family of 4 made it happen. Very cool. This is a wonderful time too. I will share this with you too. Today, in kind of shop inside Saturday in your house, it's very cold here in PA right today, very brisk. I went for a walk and I was like, I need to get my hat out of the bin. Donna Joe is saying, I have so much Christmas decorations that I don't even use. You guys, this is the time of year. It should happen all year round, but especially now, donating what you don't want or use or need so that it helps somebody else. Think of the people who don't have a lot of Christmas ornaments or decorations for whatever reason. You, with your abundance, you guys, clutter is an abundance. It's too much. You are wanting to I think anyway, because that's why you're listening to me. You want to get down to kind of that more just right feeling. Not too much, not too little, but just right, a la Goldilocks. So Donna Joe, decluttering does not mean getting rid of all of your stuff. No way. I mean, look at me. I'm in my house today. I've got stuff. Actually, it's funny. I've got some Christmas stuff getting piled up here, my own decorations. What can you do with your overabundance? How can you help somebody else with what you already have? Listen here, write it down, okay? Marilyn says, I am proud of you for motivating me to declutter my closet. I threw out so much, I have space to spare. Marilyn, I will thank you. I am trying to get better at accepting compliments, but I am going to say thank you for letting me know that what I'm doing is helping. But what I want to do is I want to honestly just give you a compliment right back and some encouragement. You guys, this is the really cool thing about when I do my TikTok lives. And for those of you who are just meeting me, my name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach, and my coaching here on TikTok, on YouTube, and the internet is called Destination Decluttered. Okay? But Marilyn, I am proud of you for motivating yourself to declutter your closet. You did the work. So many people don't do it. You did something very unusual. You followed through with what you were going to do. So everybody, Marilyn, rock on. Laura, rock on. Now, I am part cheerleader, go team, yay. But also I'm here for problem solving. I am here like AAA to help you when you get stuck. So, but let's congratulate people on the good stuff they're doing. I love it. Excuse me. What do we have here? There's a few things I just need to unblock. All good stuff. Yay. Oh, hey, this is really cool, you guys. This is really cool. Carla has been working like a house of fire. I don't know why that phrase comes to my mind when I think of Carla, but man, is she tenacious and full of fire, even when she's tripped and fallen on clutter and, cracked some ribs. Please do not hurt yourself while you're decluttering. But Carla says, I had a huge emotional victory yesterday. My son had to drop off something and he said, Mom, you really have done a lot up here. Now, for context, when Carla and I started working together, because she's one of my one-on-one clients, she's digging out her mom's house. Her mom has passed and her mom collected a lot of stuff. Carla's son was a little bit skeptical about what was going on. And Carla was determined to prove him wrong and to show him that she meant what she said and that she said what she meant. An elephant something, 100%, I don't know, just came to my mind. But Carla, I'm so proud of you for showing up for yourself, So that is so cool. That is so freaking cool. The neat thing is, that's one of the kind of cool things I will share about you guys with decluttering. I will not kid you when I say one of the reasons I realized I could help people with decluttering and I enjoy it is I, like you, I am a visual creature. I mean, look, I've got green walls and Irish clovers and they're always after me, Lucky Charms. I like it when things look good. You can measure your progress in decluttering, but by how it looks and how it feels. Sometimes when you make changes, it doesn't look like much, but it's the change inside. And you and I are doing the both. We're doing the external and the internal at the same time. But sometimes the internal measurement is hard to measure. It's a feeling. So look at that victory, that feeling of accomplishment and victory that Carla said is a feeling too. So I'm just going to be very clear. When I am coaching, this is why I created the title Decluttering Life Coach, because I'm a little bit country and I'm a little bit rock and roll, okay? I'm a little bit declutter coach and I'm a little bit life coach. And between the two of them, they lick the platter clean, okay? So we are going for that feeling. And often you can get that feeling. And here was a fun thing. I got a video on Thanksgiving from one of my other one-on-one clients that just literally the day before, which was crazy, 2 days before, because we met on Tuesday. She said she was not feeling good about her progress on Tuesday. By Thursday, she gave me this sweeping video of their apartment all set up for the holidays. And here's the kicker. I said, oh my God, it looks so good. And she says, yes. And you know what? Nothing is just hidden away behind the scenes. She dealt with it and she dealt with it kind of properly. And you guys know, because we all have x-ray vision. Wow. We all have x-ray vision. We know when it's just the surface and we know when it's that other layer. Okay. Now, Laura Gibbon Voorhees, back to the what do you call it? The t-shirt quilt. I was looking around because sometimes I sit on mine, but it's in the other room. The extra shirts are bagged, ready to donate, and the cut scraps are going to be offered to a rescue. Love it. Such good stuff. Victoria K is suggesting to everybody, think of free giving away places. Where can you donate things where they just give things away for free? Now, your mileage may vary depending upon where you live. Now, I live in Eastern Pennsylvania. I have a lot of resources of places I can donate my stuff, so I pick places that feel good to me. Like yesterday, I worked on trying to get the page set up for the declutter parties I'm going to have. And notice I said declutter parties. I'm going to offer multiples of those this December because I know you guys are busy. And if I just do one, you may not be able to make it. But what I'm also doing is I'm setting it up so that the proceeds, half of the proceeds, can be donated to someplace you feel good about. Now, one of the things that you might realize is your resources may be different than mine. Find a place that you feel good donating, okay? Wendy M., I love it. Wendy is listening to me as she's working on her bedroom closet. Wendy, if you get stuck, pop out of the closet and let me know where you're stuck. Okay, Kat Roby says, for the first time today, I thought maybe, that's a good one. I thought maybe I could let go of some scarves, a favorite accessory. I'm a scarf lady myself. It's more utilitarian though, I will say this. I wish I could wear decorative scarves. It doesn't work with me. But man, was I wearing my scarf when I was outside walking around. So notice, it can be a thought and it can be a maybe. It's a gradual process, you know? Oh goodness, 41 new messages. Okay, I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit because I want to make sure I'm hitting some good stuff here. Barbara is saying, my dad's senior assisted living place is seeking tree decorations, especially older ones, to remind residents of home. I love that. Okay, here we go. I'm backing up here and then I'm going to scroll forward. This is how it works, you guys. I'm sure you know that. I love when people are cheering each other on. I say a lot of congratulations for people. Very cool. Wendy M. is giving some Carla some stuff. Kat is telling Wendy some good things. Darby is congratulating Marilyn. Wendy is congratulating Kat. Such a good through, you know, so good, so good. Big bravo moments, right, Bobby? Completeful, complete. Rocking around the Christmas tree. Wendy M. crochet and bagged up dozens of scarves to donate so I can make more. There you go. Oh, such good stuff. Darby, I'm glad you like this green color. I like this green too. All right. There we go. User 616440. My live today is truly the gift of motivation. Thank you. You know what the neat thing is about the gift of motivation? It is truly a gift because I can give it to you and you can take it, but the real magic happens when you use the gift. It's like, you know, it's just like, oh, I have this thing, but it's sitting on a shelf. So use the gift. How can you use the gift that I'm giving you today? Now, it could be within the next 45 minutes because many of you know I do these TikTok lives pretty much every day, and they're an hour long. So it being 9:13 in the morning right now, you've got about 47 minutes of me hanging out with you. Body doubling for my ADHD folks. Keeping you company so you don't feel alone when you're decluttering. You got 45 minutes? If you do, even if you only have 10 minutes, I can help you declutter. Because it's not just me going in and changing it yourself. It's up here and it's in here. You know? Now I'm laughing because Wendy M.'s dogs are saying get back to bed at 6 a.m. Pacific time. There we go. And yes, virtual high five to everybody. There we go. This girl is on fire is on my decluttering playlist. Awesome. Yay. High fives all around. There we go. Okay. That one persona is saying a little discouraged, not a lot of courage. Worked hard in the kitchen yesterday, but the table soon got junked up again. Tables are meant to get junked up. Tables are working spaces, okay? Yeah, that one persona. Trying to tell myself, cleaned up will be easier now that I cleared the stuff out. It will be. I woke up this morning and I got myself a beer. No. This is how my Gen X brain works, okay? I did not get up this morning and got myself a beer. I got myself a cup of tea. But I came out to the kitchen and there were some dribs and drabs of stuff kind of on the counters and on the table. Because before we went to bed last night, we did not tidy up like we are Santa's elves, filling Santa's shelves. No. I went to bed and there was some crap on the table and on the counter. You did too, that one persona. It's okay. It's all right. Today's a new day. And why don't you start with the table? Start with the table so you can feel good about it. There's no timeline on this, okay? Yeah. There's no timeline on this except the timeline you give yourself, and your timeline is arbitrary. You may have some fixed, like, mileposts, not goalposts is a sporty thing. Mileposts that you need to hit by a certain time, like got to get the table, got to get stuff ready for Thanksgiving. But a lot of the milestones that we have in decluttering are only just random things set by us. I'm going to do it by next Friday. You know, sometimes you want to because people are coming over. Other times they are flexible. Embrace the flexibility. Yeah, Wendy M says, hiding stuff is what got me in this mess. I want real progress with no stuffed surprises. Yeah, yeah. Awesome Sauce cleaned the bathroom yesterday. Rock on. Today I'm taking care of myself and have a hair appointment. Yes, you guys. So not kidding. This is the life coach in me talking to your life. Quality of life. The pie chart, if any of you have been on one of my consultations and you're one of my clients, the pie chart of life where you've got self-care in there, taking care of yourself, taking a shower, getting a haircut, hanging out with people or not hanging out with people. What can you do today to help you feel good? Notice what I'm doing. I'm pausing, very mindful, very demure. That's like so 2 weeks ago. And then I ask you a question. Then you ask you the question. And then please give yourself some time to answer it. And then notice what happened to me. Almost, it's a habit, but I grabbed my pen. Write it down. What can you do today to help yourself feel better? Because when you feel better, you're going to do better in everything, including decluttering. Okay? There we go. I love this. Crystal Blue Moon has been putting stuff up on Marketplace and letting people pick it up. They must need it if they want to pick it up. Yes. Make it easier on yourself. Say if you want this, come and get it. If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. That's a good one. I'm going to write that. If you want it, here it is. If you want it, here it is. That's a good decluttering one, don't you think, for the Spotify playlist? Lorraine says, I'm going to put laundry away while I'm watching you. Awesome. Yeah, you can do that. And here, I'm going to be very clear, too, for those of you just tuning in, and you've never seen one of my TikTok lives, you do not even have to watch me. No. Watch me now. No, you do not have to watch me. Just listen to me. You can look to make sure you're folding things well and matchy-matchy with the socks, and underpants go here, and his, T-shirts go there. That's me doing the laundry. But you don't need to watch the screen to get the benefit, because what I'm doing is I'm communicating to you through words, through tone, through song, through story, and I hope to connect with part of you that it resonates with, and you don't need to even watch me to do that. This is my efficient way. I almost said lazy. I flipped it to efficient. This is my efficient way of doing this, as if it's like a podcast without it being a podcast. It's more fun because it's live. Live from New York. It's Saturday night. There we go. Laura Gimbin Voorhees says, I'm working on my closet too, putting sweaters in firmer baskets so I can get to them easier. Yeah. Notice what you can do to make it easier for you to access the things you want to get. Now, A. Wild, this is a really good one. A. Wild is saying, I am overwhelmed by the whole cycle of cleaning. Interesting. First of all, I love your insight. First of all, that you know that you have that feeling of being overwhelmed. I wonder how that feels in you. Start to identify how the overwhelm hits you. To me, I just tend to feel weighed down, heavy, discouraged, like kind of beat down, suffocating, a little bit stressed out. And when I'm stressed out, I get kind of clenchy, hard to breathe, a little bit drowny. So I try to work on that just in the opposite, just in the physical world. We are spirits in the material world, and in the material world, I can do the opposite. I can slow down my breathing. I can roll my shoulders back. I can put them down. I can breathe down and work on that. But the other thing A. Wild noticed, it was really important, there is a cycle of cleaning in your home. A cycle. It's a circle. Laundry, clothing. Many people said closets, clothing, laundry. Clothing is on your body, and then it's maybe on the floor. And then maybe it goes from the floor to the hamper, and maybe it goes from the hamper to the washer, and then the washer to the dryer, and then the dryer to fold it on top of the dryer back into the bedroom, where then it is put away for you to take it out of the closet or the bureau. Notice I said bureau, Kara, as opposed to dresser. You take it out of the bureau and you put it on your body again. That is a cycle. There are a number of cycles of cleaning that happen in surface level clutter and just living in your house. You can, please notice this, they are going to happen. They are going to happen. There's really not a lot you can do with some of these cycles. I think of dishes. I think of, bills coming in, you got to pay them. There are certain seasons, okay? Now, you can feel overwhelmed by them, but they're going to happen anyway. So I just offered you a couple things. One is notice that, and notice where the overwhelm is coming from so we can change that, okay? Notice where you can change that. And we can change that, breaking it apart, and even just realizing this is just like the seasons. I can fight against all I want. I can fight with that oak tree up there that is dropping leaves on our, yard, and it's not even our tree. Well, it really is because, nobody owns trees. I can rail against it all I want. It's going to do what it's going to do. You can rail against your dirty laundry, but you've worn clothes, so it's going to become dirty. So changing your mind about how you feel about it, changing how you approach the cycle of whatever the cycle is, to maybe chunk it down, to do it less frequently so it doesn't pile up. There are a number of ways you can do that. But notice the feeling of overwhelm can make you not feel good. So I like to say, do I have it on this one? No. Calm down, lovingly. Calm down, slow down, breathe down, write down, chunk down. Okay? Now, this is funny. Gen X Lynn, so funny that you say Gen X Lynn has the same color of walls. I think it's a Gen X thing, honestly, because I know kids who are younger who are into the vintage stuff, and they are all about the avocado, not the lime green. They're all about avocado and harvest gold and all that 70s stuff with the owls and the things, It's crazy that our childhood is now the vintage stuff. So, all right. There we go. Now, I'm going to back up a little bit. I was just laughing, somebody saying there, oh, hey, there's Kara. Ooh, I love it. Eating French toast and watching you, then going to organize for eBay and declutter. Rock on, lady. Rock on. Okay. Melissa's off to her retail job. Good luck, my dear. Good luck. I used to work retail. This time of year is tough. You can get through it, okay? Wendy M is on the tail end of her closet. Very good. There we go. Lighthearted says, not allowing myself to decorate for Christmas until I pack up for Halloween and fall decor the right way. Yeah, do it the right way. You're going to rub you the right way. Yeah, notice what you're doing. You're going to set yourself up to not be chaotic. Like here's like a Jack Skellington and a Santa Claus, even though they kind of cross. So do it in a way that makes sense to you. And when you're putting away your Halloween and fall decor the right way, means you are taking care of your future self. You are taking care of October 2025 you, which is going to then pull that stuff out and it's going to be put away. Okay? So, good stuff. Love it. Yes, not feeling judged or fussed at. Yep, so good. Wendy M says, I adore when you break out into song. They get stuck in my head and I'm reminded of your lessons. You know what? That's one of the things that happens to me. So I share it with you. I think it's ADHD. It's growing up with the 70s AM radio on all the time. Being married to a musician. We connect through music. You know the song I'm singing about. I know about yours, And it's another way that we can remind ourselves of what's important and what we're doing. So I'm glad that's working for you. Okay. So Cat Roby is paralyzed? No. Cat, silly. Calm down, slow down, breathe down. Unparalyze yourself. This is not freeze tag, okay? I'm going to run around and tag. You're it. Now you get to run around again. Okay? Smitten Kitchen says, I've checked your schedule and calendar and I wasn't able to find openings through August of 2025. Smitten Kitten, you are spot on. You are, yeah. I don't schedule out that far. My life is so wonderfully flexible, which I love, that I do not schedule ahead. If you're looking for my schedule, there are two schedules you may be looking for. You may be looking for an opportunity to do a one-on-one consultation to get started with coaching. I schedule those out a week, maybe two, especially this time of year. Stuff happens. So I don't like to be, I really already can feel myself like, don't fence me in. So I do not schedule that way. So Smitten Kitten, if you're looking for me, if you want to do a one-on-one consultation for me to possibly be your one-on-one paid decluttering coach, I literally, I think yesterday, just added some consultation slots to that calendar. I will say this, if you're on my mailing list and you look at that calendar and you're like, none of those work for me, you know how to get in touch with me. Get in touch with me, and then to the side, we can look at the calendar and figure out a time that works for you, okay? The other thing, again, in that don't fence me in type of thing, is my schedule for TikTok Lives. I do schedule my TikTok Lives. Just yesterday, again, now that I had some time, I scheduled my TikTok Lives out until I think the end of next week. So there is a schedule published that tells people what day and what time I'm showing up here on TikTok Live. And those people that know that are the ones that are on the mailing list. And if you want to get on my free email mailing list, it's destinationdecluttered.com. Scroll to the bottom of the front page and just put your email address into the form and you're good. Okay? So I hope that helps. Okay? Hope that helps. And I love it that Wendy is helping Kat how to breathe. I love it. There we go. Decluttering the fridge, making soup with leftovers. I love it. Yep. Shay is saying, I always find that listening to something helps me get tasks done. That's this, So I am a decluttering life coach helping people with their clutter. There we go. All right. Shay says, do you find that having set chores to do every day, like laundry on Monday, etc., helps? You know what's funny? That's a really good question. That reminds me of when I used to work at Emack and Bolio's Ice Cream back in high school. And we did have a routine where we just had a Monday you ordered this and then it arrived on this day and that day. I don't do that in my life, no. What I tend to do is I react more organically. When I realize I'm running out of underpants, that's probably a good indication that I should be doing some laundry. When there are dishes in the sink, I do the dishes in the sink. So I think there's a recurring theme here you'll see about how I am wired. I like some structure, but with flexibility. I don't like rigidly assigning things. So Shay, for me, that does not work. However, you may not be like me. So you find out what works for you. If you get in the habit of doing it that way, and it works for you, by all means do it. Don't blindly follow what I'm doing. No, I am not here to say my way or the highway. I say, here's what I do. How does that sound to you? Does that feel like it's going to work? Here, let's experiment with it. Try it. Okay? So, notice that. Now, this is what I was cracking up about. There we go. See? I love it. Kat Roby has started to... We're not playing freeze tag anymore. Tag, you're it. And Kat Roby has 3 items removed. Momentum. And you know what, Kat? I'm going to break out into song. 3 is a magic number. Yes, it is. It's a magic number. So anybody, you can't do all of it at the same time. You can do a little bit at a time and try for 3. Time for timer. There we go. Lorraine says, I wish my decluttering friends small victories today. You know what? The small victories add up to the big victories. Yeah. Yep. And actually, yeah, Smitten Kitten, I saw a few hours in the first week in December. The first week of December is this coming week. I know that these holiday, like 4-day holiday type things where you've got, 2 days and you get the weekend, feels like no man's land as far as work goes, but tomorrow is December 1st. Yeah. So how can I help you get through December declutter-wise? Pop something in the comments, and maybe it's just even right now. Notice what I'm doing. Let's be really clear about this. I am all about pulling the curtain by and seeing what's going on underneath. Yeah, this year flew by. Says Maritza. What I want to offer to you is this. Notice what's happening on this live right now. What I'm doing is I am showing up and talking to you. And when you hear my voice, your voice in your head doesn't have an opportunity to interrupt, to speak, unless I pause. Now, they might be being like, oh, yeah, whatever, she's full of crap. Or, oh, my God, I really love this idea, whatever. What you notice is what I'm doing is I'm communicating using words and tone and story and encouragement and possibility, and you can do this, and structure of how you can chunk this down. I am basically illustrating to you how much better it feels when you talk to yourself nicely, when you encourage yourself. You don't discourage yourself, you encourage yourself. When you're not judging yourself, you're getting curious. You're not feeling ashamed or guilty or embarrassed. You're being like, what can I learn from this? You know? Crazy Aunt Rose, 100% what I'm doing right here can apply to this too. Crazy Aunt Rose says, the current political situation has me a bit paralyzed, so it's tough to get moving. I definitely do not minimize what's going on politically, but what I will share with you is, this is what's keeping me from losing my shit, is if I am overwhelmed, I am not good to anybody. Okay? So what I say is I cannot control 100% what happens outside of the four walls of my house, but I can practice reminding myself that I can do something to change what I don't like within the four walls of my house. And the practice you get with making decisions and taking action in the direction you want to go in your house totally is developing those muscles to make decisions and take action outside of your house. Okay? So, notice, it may be tough to get moving, so start small. It's almost Christmas, so you know she's going to sing some Christmas songs. Put one foot in front of the other. Do-do-do-do-do. 1 foot, then another foot. I had a hard time getting motivated this morning. I will share with you. Again, I don't come here to pretend, like you can tell I'm not pretending I'm perfect. I had a really shitty night's sleep. I had bad dreams, and I was telling myself crappy stories kind of in that nebulous time of awake and asleep. But when I got up this morning, first of all, I had some structure. I had to get up today because I promised other people that I would do a 9 o'clock TikTok live. I knew myself too that if I got up and took care of my own body and my brain, that would help me feel better. So Crazy Aunt Rose and Kayla Bear, I'm here for you with this. I totally am. Here's what I did this morning. Try it out, see if it works. I got up. I went to the bathroom. I decluttered my bladder. I got rid of what I didn't want, right? I also put on some clothes that have a bit of structure, just a bit, not too much, so that I could go outside. I got out into the fresh air. Now, it is brisk out there. I got slapped around by the wind, but I breathed some fresh air. I moved my body. I took a 17-minute walk because I lazed around in bed scrolling on TikTok. But I got up and I put on my shoes and I got out and I walked and I got some fresh air. I also drank some water. I didn't drink enough water yesterday, and I know that because I didn't get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. So I was like, ooh, I better drink some more water today. Remind yourself the stuff you can do, and a body in motion tends to stay in motion. If you get yourself moving, body moving, you can do things. And remind yourself, I can do something about this situation. And that is your clutter, scaling all the way up to changing the world, and every step in between. Okay? You guys, I am here for you. For the clutter, for inside the four walls of your home, and on the outside too. Let's practice. Let's build the muscle so when you get out there, you can say, what do I want? What can I do to get there? And your brain is like, oh, this is just like this road trip of decluttering that Beth's always talking about on Destination Decluttered. Okay? I love it. Okay? I hope that helps. Kara says, this year, experience gifts. Yes. You guys, experience gifts. I just booked a flight yesterday for my husband and I to go on a trip. That is our Christmas gift to each other. It is a more expensive trip than we are used to, so I'm getting used to that. I don't need anything. If anything, I have too much like you. I don't need any more stuff. What I want is experiences. I want that feeling of delight and discovery and connection and boldly going where I haven't gone before, right? Yeah, okay, I love it. Barbara, I love this. I am talking nicely to myself and limiting the time I spend with critical or negative people. I love that. I will share with you. I realize I do that on TikTok. A lot of the TikTok stories people do, many of them are like these dramas of like, oh, you'll never believe what happened to me. And I'm just like, Maud Betty ain't got time for that. I'm like, no, you know what? I'm not yippee skippy, but I don't want to affect my energy that way. Yeah, your shields up and don't let them drain your spirit. Right, because you have a gas tank. You notice the draining of the spirit. Fill up your spirit of can do and I can do this. You know, this is how it goes. Okay, Erin, rage cleaning and decluttering today. Recover from insults sent my way on Thanksgiving Day. Okay, we're going to flip the bird. Everybody flip the bird at whoever sent insults to Erin. She does not deserve it. Okay, so we will be rageful around you too, because look what you're doing. You're being mad because you were hurt. You were hurt. And we're going to try to let them not hurt you. It still happens. People are going to hurt. That's why you distance themselves from that. Okay? But here's something really fun. Here's something really fun. Okay? Melissa says, you're amazing. You are so motivating. Here, you know what? Erin, maybe this will put a smile on your face. You know? Here, this is wicked funny. Okay, so, yep, that was my butt. Erin and I, at this time last year, were coaching, and she was very sweet, and unexpectedly, she sent me a gift in the mail. And when I was opening up our Christmas totes, do I have them right there? Like, we're starting to get the Christmas stuff out. Look what I came up with. This little Merry Christmas bag and this little Merry Christmas bag. You know who gave these to me? You know who's freaking awesome? Is Erin. Erin is so kind and thoughtful, not just about, often to other people instead of herself. And the neat thing is my husband and I, we don't need stuff. So we have very few things that go under the tree. And I remember when we got these last year, we said, you know what? This is just the right size to put some nonpareils in there for him, and maybe some toffee for me, and maybe there's a little gift card for a massage, and maybe there's some guitar picks. And we decided that these were going to be the things that we put our little gifts in underneath our tree. Erin, thank you. Thank you for your thoughtfulness. Thank you for your generosity. And thank you for being the awesome person you are. I thought of you yesterday, and these put a smile on my face and a warm feeling inside my heart. Now, I will offer to you too. Notice what happened. These are something that she got, and she bought them at a store. They're really just something that came from a store. But look at how the colors match my house. Look at that, our house rather. She thought of me. I keep these. If I had seen these in the store, I might not have bought them. But they have a story attached to them. They remind me of last year when I was coaching somebody, and I helped her enough that she sent me a gift. So thank you, Erin, for these. I think of you and smile. So let's all flip the bird to the people who are mean to Erin. We don't need them. And let's encourage Erin to maybe not rage clean, but you know what? Shut them up, turn down the volume on them, and turn up the fun right here. Okay? Yeah. And Christine is saying, Erin, I am so sorry someone feels bad about themselves, took it out on you. You are amazing. Yes. Barbara says, I try to channel that energy from being hurt into surface decluttering. Yeah, there we go. Maritza just flipped the bird, all right? It's crazy Aunt Rhoda sending you good courage. It's Erin appreciation time. Of course it is. Yeah. You know what? We are good people here. We are struggling with the people around us, as everybody is. And I know it can be hard because I get affected by this myself. Do not get me wrong. I am not above all this. I get easily hurt by stuff. But then when I try to remember, it's not about me, it's about them, it can help. It's a process, though. It really is. There are people that know you, and you can have armor on. Armor all makes your world less rotten. And they know exactly where to poke you that it's going to hurt. Oh, family. You know? And that's when we say, you know what? I'm going to listen to other people. I'm going to drown out. I'm going to fade away. I'm going to turn away from that volume, that radio station that they're on. And I'm going to turn up I'm going to turn up the volume on the words I do like, because they are just words. Notice, words that never were true, spoken to hurt nobody but, help nobody but you. Yeah. They have words, we have words. Which ones feel better? Let's listen to these. It's the Erin Appreciation Time. You know? There we go. Yeah, Let Them Strategy by Mel Robbins. Exactly. You know? So notice this about ourselves. Decluttering the people from your life. You know? Now you can't necessarily... I think about... I've been talking about this a lot recently in light of so many things, but your family of blood and your family of choice. There are people in the world that you will be societally obligated to be connected to until you die. It's kind of like laundry. Unless you want to walk around naked, you are going to be somewhat obligated to do that laundry thing. Knowing that this is something that's going to happen for you now until the rest of your life, and knowing you cannot change them, how can we make that a little bit easier? You know? Yeah. Yep. And it's as Crazy Aunt Rose is saying, you know, I'm mourning the less time with my sister because of politics, working to regain my joy. Yeah. Yeah. Notice what we cannot control. We cannot control other people. We can more control what we have in here and in here. Okay? 80s Girl Forever says, I wish I didn't wear my heart on my sleeve as much as I do. You know what? There's a song that my husband sings. Maybe I'll get him to see, he's asleep right now. But the heart is a soft and squishy thing. The fact that you have a heart, look at me. The fact that you have a heart and you wear it on your sleeve means you're going to feel feelings. You're going to connect with people. I am a feeler. We are all feeling. The unfeeling people are the ones that do not have feelings. Don't harden your heart, like Quarter Flash would say, okay? Maybe you put it on your sleeve, but maybe you tuck it up underneath your thing and you say, I don't give my heart to somebody who doesn't deserve it. You know? And hurt people do hurt people. But we don't have to suffer fools, gladly or otherwise. Yeah. Now, Reblexa is saying, I guess it also might be easier if I stopped calling it laundry purgatory. Okay, so here's a funny thing. I grew up Catholic. Purgatory is kind of like that limbo. Limbo, everybody limbo. I got laundry right out there. I moved the hamper from the closet in the bathroom out in front of the washing machine as a visual reminder to do my laundry. That is one step of the process. Then I look at it and then I practice. Okay, next thing I can do is just put it into the washing machine and maybe put the hamper back. That's another step. Chunk down your system and notice where you can do it a little bit at a time. Okay? Okay? Notice this. And Little Black Dog is in the Matrix because I'm at the laundromat. I love it. You know? And you can chunk it down. You know? I don't want to live in a world, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to live in a world with mean people and robots and zombies and cult followers. I want to live in a world where people care about one another and themselves. And they help themselves and they help other people. Notice how I was talking about when you donate your things, that helps you and it helps somebody else. You're not hoarding everything for yourself, Elon Musk. No, he could change the world. He chooses not to because he's unhappy on the inside. He could have so much less. We cannot even conceive of how much $1 billion are. I remember very early on the internet when somebody did a thing where each grain of rice was worth like $100,000 and how much $1 billion is. You can have so much and still be miserable. Let's not be those people. Let's flip the bird to that model because it ain't working for them and it's not working for us. Yeah, eat the rich. Yeah, they probably don't taste good. They're mean and sinewy. It's like eating like a seabird. Yeah. So what can we do with what we have right now? We're creating community. We are encouraging ourselves. We're helping our friend pick themselves up off the floor. We're giving a virtual hug to people who they were mean to. We're flipping the bird because we are not just little meek people. We can also kick ass, right? Yeah, he could have solved world hunger and then he bought Twitter himself. Notice the people who have a lot of money and are still freaking unhappy and the only thing they know how to do is make more money. You know, we are, I will be honest with you. I could pretend I was a punk rocker back in the 80s. I was like punk rock adjacent. I was like new wave because my friend Jeannie and I talk about how like she went to go listen to punk rock and got angry and I listened to the Smiths and got sad. So anger is an energy though. And the anger for changing something you don't want can help fuel your fire. But anger can be quick to snuff out. The other thing that's a bit long lasting is determination to be showing up. And it's like, you're not the boss of me. I'm going to continue to do this. Now, I do love this, that one persona. I love it. Innocent yet diabolical chuckle. Little did they know they were dealing with a staunch character, huh? No, do not underestimate me. I will kick your ass. I will. But why bother being all angry when I can actually help people doing what I'm doing right now? So notice what you can do to make yourself feel better. That one persona, go clean off your kitchen table. We got 15 minutes or so. Do something. Put some trash in the trash can. Put some people in the trash can, right? Put the stuff you don't want in a donation bag and go donate it somewhere where it's going to help. We have leftover food that wasn't opened, like, canned goods and stuff that we have in a bag to give to our local food pantry because there are people who don't have as much as Elon Musk or even us. But man, do we have more than enough, and we can not be like him. We can share what we have and pull up our neighbor as opposed to shutting them out, right? Now, I love this. Okay, what do we got? We got here. Cat Roby says, some rock climbing clothes that didn't fit. Held onto them because they're close, only poof. Yeah. I wore a dress on Thanksgiving where I was afraid to put it on for easily a couple of years because I was afraid. I have gained weight and I'm struggling with that. So I hadn't put it on. I hoped that it would fit. And so on Thursday, I said, I'm going to try it on. If it works, great. If it doesn't, it did fit. Not as unsnuggly as before, but I wore it. Try on the things and don't be afraid if your body has changed. I'm saying that to me as much as you. This thing I think is really cool. Cap says, my local nature center will take the pumpkins I had displayed during October and November. And you know what's really fun about that? We bought our pumpkins from a local farmer's, a local farm. And then we just literally drop them off on Tuesday. And we then drop them off where they have a big thing that says cow pumpkins. And I joked with Farmer Jay. I was like, oh, look, we rented pumpkins from you. Yeah, and I just realized I'll never choose to wear them. Yep, even if they fit, I don't want to wear them. Yeah, I don't want to. Get rid of the stuff. Yeah, there we go. Wendy M., I found a nasty letter in my closet from my mother. It broke me. You know what? You can be fixed. You can be mended. Okay? And that doesn't have to make you unfeeling. You can also tear that letter up. Because why the hell not? 80s Girl Forever says, I think I found my people here. Yeah, you know what? I like to this is me. I send out a vibe and I just show up and say, here's who I am. Here's what I do. If you like that type of thing, drop me a follow. Yesterday I went on a rant about that. But I mean it with all sincerity. If you like what I'm doing and how I talk and the people that are here, you are welcome to hang out. If you don't, you're welcome to just walk on by. Boop, 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 boop. Little black dogs get a boogie. Get down and boogie. Yeah, I'm going to boogie in about 11 minutes, Mm-hmm. Yep. My name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach. And my coaching is called Destination Decluttered. Here on TikTok, I do TikTok lives. And I help people when you're struggling with getting rid of stuff they don't want. Yeah. Sharing with our neighbors will be how we survive for the next years. Yeah. Yep. Anger is an energy. Yeah, thank you. 80s Girl Forever. May the road rise with you. Okay? May the road rise with you. Oh, this is interesting. Annalisa says, I heard my kids need clean clothes. They don't need all their clothes clean at the exact same time. Yeah. Laura Gibbon Voorhees, here, I'll walk you through the scaries. Okay? I've been there before. She is in the scary in between. Remember, this is my mantra. I'm giving it to you, so it's your mantra too. It will look, it's looking and feeling, it will look and feel temporarily worse on the way to looking and feeling more permanently better. This is part, every single journey has that part in the middle where you're like, oh shit, what did I do? It looks worse than it started because you've probably unpacked a lot of things, and I'm still in the midst of it. You are in a creative process. You are in between the idea of making chocolate chip cookies and the eating of the chocolate chip cookies, and you've got flour all over the place and eggshells, and you're probably eating some chips and you forgot that you didn't have any baking powder or whatever. It's just part of the process, okay? So notice that. Bye, 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 Cat Roby. I think I just did a boy band from the 90s. That's like norm. That's unusual for me. It's not unusual. Yeah. User 616440, please, everybody, I feel like I want to do a thing. Seriously, write down all the good stuff I say. It's a choose your own adventure. It's your personalized book called Destination Decluttered. I say these things, and a lot of them I repeat. Some of them hit the mark. Some of them you're like, yeah, whatever. Others are like, ooh, you got me. You know? Yep. There we go. User 83912 says, you just inspired me. Get off the couch and tackle my projects. If I could be so bold, I am not about tackling. That's very, what do I want to say? Violent. I want you to play with your projects. This is a creative project. You are playing with the ingredients in your home. You are combining ingredients to make the thing you love. You're experimenting. You are trying things on. You are having fun. Okay? So I just ask this of you. Anytime you think, because we are used to these phrases of putting words together. Jumbo shrimp, you know? George Carlin. Tackling a project. I got to tackle it. Do I look like a football player? No, you don't want to tackle it. Play. Have fun. Get curious. Discover. Okay? That's so much better than tackling a project. Okay? Tackle no more. Creativity it is. Team creativity. You know? And think of how boring the world would be if there were no creative people. If all you had was tacklers. Think about that. You know? Yeah. I love it. Only Rome says, also, you got me out of bed and I just woke up. I love when I catch you live. Only Rome, let me help you with this. You do not have to catch me live. You don't. Because I show up at regularly scheduled times. You can plan to get in, you know, you can look at the calendar. It's kind of like TV Guide. Oh, when's the next time the monkeys are going to be on? Oh, 5 o'clock on channel 56. Awesome. I have a TV guide for my TikTok lives. It's about a week out every month because I used to work retail. Life can change in an instant. So if I'm on a roll, I will schedule out maybe 2 weeks, maybe. But things can happen inside, and the thing that I don't want to happen, and this is why I do it, is, Kayla Bear, I just read your thing, okay, is I really take it seriously that I show up when I say I'm going to. If I forecast out, I may have to rescind that. And if somebody doesn't check the schedule and they thought I was going to show up on the 19th and then I don't show up on the 19th because whatever, I will feel bad that I made a promise and I broke it. So what I do is I promise myself, I chunk it down to when I know I can do it. I offer this to you too. Making those big plans until August of 2025, you know, that's too far ahead. I can pencil some things in. I've got some wonderful travel penciling in, and I love my travel pencil. But there we go. User 616440 says, I add your lives to my Outlook calendar. Favorite meeting on there. Yeah. If you want to know when the schedule is, I like to share the good stuff with the people who have shared their email address with me. It's an exchange. You trust me with your email, and I promise that I won't spam you, and I will only use your email address for good and not evil. So I make my emails infrequent, but when you get them, it's full of good stuff. But also, you have a consistent resource place to look for the information that I offer to you. The multiple decluttering parties that I am scheduling for this month that I promise I will show up at. The link to get the first dibs on schedules for one-on-one, and the TikTok schedule. And so all of that, once you're on my mailing list, you get that. And that's because I honor the fact that you said, hey, here's my address. Don't spam me. I'm getting a lot of random spams this year, like right around this time last year, because I signed up for something back in the day and I didn't unsubscribe, and now they're trying to get to me. I don't like that, so I don't do it to myself. Oops, hold on. TikTok is reminding me that I get about 4 minutes, and then I got to go declutter my bladder, much like Kayla Bear. Yeah. There we go. Annalisa, I love this. We also went to the park yesterday, making sure to have fun and not all work. Yes. Decluttering life coach. Work, play. Life is like that. Every day, think of what you can do to move forward, but in a way that feels good. Kat Roby says, magic is happening. Magic is happening. Boxes I got years ago turned clutter, now in use. Love it. Okay? Love it. And look, a lot of us doing this. I can still say I cleaned the bathroom. Cleaning the bathroom doesn't mean I have to clean the whole bathroom. Yeah, doing a little bit at a time. Doing a little bit at a time. Okay? So, yay. To the YouTube after live, continue the party. Now, here's the funny thing. I would love to. So when I do the TikTok, actually, it was funny. I've started to think about the decluttering parties. There's like the declutter, and then there's the party afterwards where you can hang out and swap ideas and get to know people and send them DMs if you want to connect and all that kind of thing. Because we are all in this together, okay? I've got 2 minutes, and this is what I would like to leave you with until the next time I do a TikTok live. If you want to know when that is, get on my mailing list, destinationdecluttered.com. If you're already on the mailing list, I updated the schedule yesterday, so you might want to take a sneak peek. And tomorrow is going to be December 1st, okay? There you go. Kat Roby's going to look at the old TikToks that I have recorded and uploaded to YouTube at Destination Decluttered. You can do it. Whatever it is, you can do it. And it feels good when you get moving in that direction, okay? It feels good. It can be scary and different. You're not alone. You're in good company. We're all figuring this stuff out, okay? You are in a good group of people. Look at how infrequently the trolls come out. They don't bug us. We are underground. We are underground, okay? The trolls, the few, we scoot them aside, and we are showing up for each other and ourselves. Because when you help yourself, you will have an excess and say, I'm good. How can I help you? All right? That's why I show up. And I hope it helps. I don't want it to hurt. And you guys help me. Because you helped me get out of my bed when I was scrolling on TikTok. And you helped me show up at a certain time on a certain day. Because if I showed up and nobody was here, I might not do it. So I offer this to you today. Have some fun and get some stuff done. And then, yeah, the Messy Girl Underground. I love it. Very cool, Kayla Bear. Okay, I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to write down. I've got some stuff scheduled, but I have some things that I know are going to make me feel better if we get them done today. And I'm going to have some fun and get it done. Okay, Wendy M., thank you for this live. It was motivating. But Wendy M., remember, I love it. I can give you the motivation. You're the one who will benefit from it if you take that motivation and do something with it. So as Howard Jones once said, take that dream and turn it into action, okay? Everybody have a great day. I will see you the next time I'm doing a TikTok live. And because it will probably be on the weekend, aka tomorrow, it'll probably be from a different room in my house as opposed to my Monday through Friday office, okay? Always a pleasure. If you haven't followed my page here on TikTok, destinationdecluttered.com, please do that. And if you don't, that's cool too. You're still welcome, okay? I will see you when I see you.